Hi everyone, and welcome to the premiere episode of Pretty Business Television, where we exploit everything pretty and expose the not so pretty. I'm your host, Ericka Pressley, and we're here downtown live at the Trenton Social. Right now we have joining us Miss Tiphanie McKenzie of the McKenzie Styling Group. She's here based out of, is it Trenton, New Jersey?
Trenton, New Jersey.
Based out of Trenton, New Jersey, a local stylist. So we're here to get some Q&A from her today. How are you, Miss Tiphanie?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks
Doing
for having
good.
me.
Oh, no problem. Anytime. Excuse the noise, everyone. We caught the Trenton Social in an hour where the Delta's actually hosting a karaoke night. So hopefully we can stick around for that as well. But we're going to get into some Q&A on Miss Tiphanie, get a little insight of her business, see what style she has for us, and, just get a feel for who she is. Are you ready?
Yes.
Cool. How was your drive in?
Well, I was actually just coming from Fort River, Ocean County,
Okay.
New Jersey. I went there to help with hurricane victims that was affected by Hurricane Sandy.
Nice.
And let me tell you, I have never been so grateful and thankful for everything that I've had. Once you visit these homes yourself and get into it, you appreciate everything. I went to a family, they lost everything, and they have no flood insurance.
I know that really touched you.
It did. I got a little emotional, and I was so thankful, and that's what keeps helping me to push harder.
Why did you choose to become a stylist?
Well, I've always wanted to be a stylist ever since I can remember, especially in middle school. I always had a sense of fashion. I've always loved the idea of fashion itself. And it's something that I want to do ever since I was a little girl.
Okay.
And for fashion, for me, it's not really about what you wear, it's how you wear.
Right.
So, and you don't let the clothes wear you, you wear the clothes.
Right. Nice.
So.
Okay, cool. So when you decided that you wanted to style looks for clients, when did you decide that you wanted to become a stylist for other people? I'm sure it started with yourself and your friends. When did you put in your head, I should do this as a branch of a hobby or a career, possibly?
It was actually when I started helping my friends and my sisters and my cousins, and they would ask me, Tiffany, what should I wear? And I would put something together, and they would be like, I went out and everybody loved it. And then when I would go out myself and put something together, people come to me, oh, I love your outfit, or I love what you have on. So that's what, let me make this something and see where it goes.
So it turned hobby more into a possible career move. That's what's up. That's really good. And are you pursuing it full time?
Yes, I am. I do work full time for Bank of America. However, that's not where I want to be the next 30 years of my life. Okay. I currently am interning with Misa Hilton. Okay. Diddy's baby mama.
Right.
I'll be doing that for 6 to 8 weeks. I'll start that next month.
Okay, congratulations.
So happy for that. And I'll be going under her footsteps. She'll be giving me insight on the business side of being a fashion stylist for people that are celebrities, people that are politicians, corporate world.
That's a big move. Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
I heard of her fashion
excited.
school. Are you enrolling in that, or is it just under her?
It's just under her.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
I'm
a big
so
step.
excited about that. And it's just, I've been blessed, And this actually, the McKenzie Styling firm, I said, what, let me see where I can take this.
Okay.
So I just said, what, let me try it. I started branding and started putting my name out there. And a friend of mine that's Boss Fam Entertainment.
Okay.
It's also owned by the rapper Blizz.
Right. We know Blizz. Shout out to Blizz and Boss Fam.
Shout out to Blizz, Boss Fam Entertainment. His girlfriend asked me, she said, I want to be a part of our fashion show. And I said, that's my first start right there.
Right.
So I was a part of that, and that was a good success.
Okay.
And then I said, doing a fashion show, let me try my own t-shirt.
Right.
So, which is the Style and Die t-shirt.
Nice. Do we have the Style and Die t-shirts?
And actually, the Style and Die t-shirt started out as just a promo item. It wasn't supposed to be something that turned into a big movement. Right. And then once I wore it, and people were like, oh, I want one, I like it, I love it. I said, let me make more of these.
Right, love.
So it became something appealing to the eye, and everybody loves it.
It's definitely a hot shirt.
Yeah, so everybody loves it.
How long would it generally take you to style that person?
Well, usually I do an interview process.
Okay.
I go and see trying to get a feel of this person's personality, what they're comfortable with, what they're uncomfortable with, if they're trying to change anything, if they're looking for a different change, or they want to kind of be still in a comfort zone but still want to bring that out.
Right.
So, and that usually takes about a day.
Okay.
And then there's a whole process to where I do require a deposit for me to continue on with my services. I have a team, an amazing team. And a lot of them, everyone that's on my team except for one is family. They're all gentlemen.
Nice.
Shout out to Tidal Wave, Timeless Talent, and Culture Willie. They're all on Instagram.
True.
So,
and what do they do?
well, two of them are my personal assistants.
Okay.
One is the first assistant, one is the second.
Okay.
And the other one is just my visual stylist.
Nice.
So
Two assistants.
He comes to me. He comes with me when I'm shopping, when I'm looking to see, when I go and meet the clients, and try to get a feel of what they need. And he gives me his input. It's not all me. Like, I have a team, and they come to me, and I take their ideas, and I either use it or I don't. Or I extract something that they give me, and I probably input it in something that, you know, I might end up using.
Cool. So you do get a feel of who they are. It's not just
it's not just
solely
me.
your idea.
No, I'm not a diva.
Visual.
I'm not a diva.
That's good to know.
I'm not a diva, and you know, I want people to be comfortable. The people that I work with, we have to mesh well.
Right.
In order to mesh well, you can't have a big ego. Like, it's still me.
Right.
But I do give them their opportunity to express themselves and give me ideas about what they think will look good on this client.
Okay. So who are some of your role models in this field? Who did you look at and say, like, you know, like, you, of course, we know a couple design or stylists who were on television, Rachel Zoe, June. Who do you look at them and get some inspiration, or who was your stylist?
Absolutely.
Who was your role model stylist?
Absolutely.
Kim Kardashian was a stylist as well.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you? Who's your role model, and how do you feel about the current stylists that are out right now?
My role model, of course, is June Ambrose. Shout out to June.
Love June.
She is amazing. Her style is so unique. It's so different. Very risk taking.
Yeah.
She's not afraid to take risks. And I like how she takes the comfortability away from her clients and try to get them to step out of their comfort zone.
Right.
Another inspiration actually is my cousin, and she's from Trenton. Her name is Samore.
Okay. Shout out to Samore.
She's not a stylist, but she has amazing style.
Yes.
And seeing all of her plenty of fabrics and costumes that she wears on stage and shoes and everything. She's a shoe in a bag. And so just seeing everything, and she loves ice. So just seeing all of that, and kind of like, you know what, I love her style. Although she's not a stylist, but I love her style.
She's definitely not afraid to take risks. Okay, so do you have any current projects you're working on? Any future projects?
I do. I just launched my second t-shirt line.
Okay.
Cheers to that. Which is I Love My Curves.
Okay.
For women that are curvy, that are voluptuous, hippie, got a lot of bootylicious going on. And it also speaks to them. You know, it's relatable. They can own it. So that's where I came up with. I'm a curvy woman. I ain't no small girl. I got a lot of booty, a lot of hips, and a lot of thighs.
I've gained.
And I love my curves. So, you know, that's who that shirt is for. And I also am launching a kids line, t-shirt line called Play and Style.
Nice.
And my son is. I have two boys, and they're my inspiration. They're my inspiration for everything.
Oh, I love it.
And they're my motivation as well. So that line is after them.
Okay.
So
definitely got to get my baby into one of those shirts. Play in style.
Exactly.
Get dirty in style.
Get dirty in style.
Nice.
So and then another, I'm doing a launch for the McKenzie styling firm.
Okay.
Here at Trenton Social. Date is not secure yet, so that is to be announced. Also going to be featured at a holiday extravaganza at the YMCA, December 15th.
Big thing.
And also January 12th, I'm going to the Social Fashion Network in Miami, Florida, that I was invited to as a featured stylist for the styling firm down there in Miami. So I'm moving.
Moving. I know that's right. We working over there.
Yeah, we working.
Shout out to Miss
Real
Tiffany.
women get cake. That's what we do.
Sure do. That should be on another t-shirt.
Always going there.
I need one of those.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
Okay, so we're here at the Trenton Social again with Miss Tiffany at the McKenzie Styling Firm. I want to thank you so much for coming out. It was such a pleasure. So you guys have all of the networking avenues. Make sure you reach out and support the McKenzie Styling Firm. I want to thank you for tuning in to the premiere episode of Pretty Business Television on TrentSonia.com. And always keep it pretty, and we'll see you next week.